Yeah, hustling and grinding, don't know where to go. Emerald Coast board, got the knowledge flow. Whispers in the wind, strategies unfold. Business blueprint like a pirate's code.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tab Lab with your host, Mickey Kilburn, boop, boop, and myself, Neil Grossheider. We are super excited today because we have a very special guest with us. Joining the Tab Lab for the first time, Mr. Todd Thompson of the Greater Pensacola Chamber of Commerce. So Todd, welcome to the Tab Lab.
I'm very excited to be here. Really appreciate the opportunity and ready to talk all things chamber.
Awesome. Yeah, because Mickey and I, we do a lot of talking. It's mostly not productive talking, but a lot of talking. And we were actually trying to figure out, what's a good next topic we should talk about. And I actually had a chamber event after we were talking, and we were like, you know what, we need to bring in the chamber because we do a lot with the chamber, for the chamber, and it has helped not only just our business, but us personally as well. And we were like, let's see if Todd's available to jump on the Tab Lab to talk about how much the chamber can affect a business. So that is how we got here.
Right.
So
Well, I'm glad we're here.
Yeah, me too, because we have a lot of questions
Sure.
that we really want to impose on the audience, everybody who's listening, of why it is important to join the chamber, because most of the time they're just like, it's something I have to do, right? I started a business.
Yeah. That's the next box is join the chamber.
Join the chamber,
Right,
and then what?
Yeah.
Right? Well, the whole goal today is to break that then what scenario down for them to understand why it is vital, how you can get the most out of your chamber membership, and what you can do to truly impact your community, because that's what it's all about.
Right. Exactly.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's actually a good segue into our first question. Todd, a lot of people, when they start a business, everybody tells them, join the chamber, join the chamber. And there seems, sometimes I think there's some resistance with business owners because of time, effort, and of course the cost. Some people say the chamber's obsolete, that it's not really for today, especially with the amount of social media, internet, and everything going on. So what would you say to those critics that say the chamber is not as relevant today as it has been in, say, 20 years ago?
Sure. And yeah, it's a great question. I mean, that's a question that we get a lot is, what's in it? What can I get out of being a member of the chamber? Because I never want to hear, oh, I joined the chamber and I didn't get anything out of it. That's the last thing, we want to hear.
that's got to be tough to hear too.
Yeah,
You know?
Because we know what we do, but maybe we're not always getting the word out as well about all the things that we do here. We are actually Florida's oldest chamber, started in 1889.
Wow.
And have over 1,000 members. Most of them are small businesses, so we're very cognizant about providing opportunities for small business people to connect, to learn, and to have those opportunities to meet people that'll help grow their business. So we do over 80 events a year.
Holy smokes.
That's a lot.
Yes,
That's a lot.
So there are a lot of different opportunities, and the way we look at it is, what are you in this for? Are you in it for the networking? Do you want to connect with people? So every other Tuesday and Thursday we have Chamber Connect,
Which is awesome.
Yeah, it is, and Neil has been a driving force behind it and runs the meetings and does a tremendous job. These are free opportunities for chamber members to come and meet with other small business folks, network. There's an educational component each meeting, and hear from the sponsor. But those are free for chamber members, and it's at lunchtime, so it's a great time. You got to go get lunch anyway. You get a free lunch here and an opportunity to connect with typically 20 to 30 other small business people who are in a similar situation that you are, trying to grow their business and connect and get those opportunities. But we have events throughout the year, like our State of series. We have State of Education happening in August. We do State of Healthcare because we have 3 hospitals and other community health organizations. State of the Military, the largest portion of our economy is based on the military. Don't y'all start going
I
at it
mean-
over Navy against Air Force here.
That's okay. We already know who's the best branch.
Air Force. You're welcome.
And then state of the economy, where we do that early in the year, where we get a look at what's happening in the economy and maybe some projections of the year. So we
Yeah.
try to find different ways for people to get involved, get engaged, and get that benefit that they're looking for.
So you bring up a really interesting question for me, and this has nothing to do with what we actually talked about beforehand, but the state of series that you guys have. Why is it important for a small business to attend those?
Well, a few different reasons. So a lot of our community leaders are at these events.
Okay.
So, political leaders, business leaders, nonprofit leaders. So it's a great opportunity to meet those people.
Yeah.
But these are very educational. We bring in the local experts to talk about these issues. What are they seeing? What's happening? What's evolving and changing? Because things are changing so rapidly. And it's localized, so we're talking about our military bases, we're talking about our education systems, we're talking about our healthcare issues. So you get that insight from the experts in our community. And again, there are typically about 160 people that come to these lunches.
Wow.
So it's great turnout and great opportunity to network with those business leaders.
Yeah, because really what I'm hearing is, as a small business owner in the local area, I can actually learn what's going on in our economy, in our place of business, so I know what to expect, so I know what is coming down the road, what has been happening, so I can adjust my business
Right.
to meet those needs.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's an invaluable resource. I
It's
mean, if
huge.
your business is on the military or on the healthcare,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of data is just priceless. People would pay thousands of that through different, third-party vendors and stuff.
100%.
That's part of your membership. That's invaluable.
Yeah, for pennies on the dollar.
Yes.
For that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. So we now have a really good understanding of some of the things, because that's not even everything that
Right,
the chamber does.
right.
That's just some of the things, like 80 events a year. That's ridiculous.
That's 6 to 7 events per month.
Yeah,
And
That is a
doesn't
lot.
include ribbon cuttings and things like that. Those are actual events.
Just-
yeah.
because you guys have a pretty small team here as well.
Yeah. So 5, and then we have Jesse Wolf as our workforce development
Mhm.
director, but he's a shared resource with Career Source. So,
And that's a lot for a small team.
yeah, we stay busy, but
Say
we
that's
love it.
that's a very efficient team.
It is very efficient.
That's efficient
They
team.
have to have a
Kudos to
good-
them.
Well, they have to
Thank
have a good leader.
Yep.
you. Well, they make it happen. They're the ones that make it happen. every
Which is
day.
exactly what a good leader would
That's
say.
exactly right. See?
Yeah.
He's probably seen some of our podcasts before. So with all this, because we hear this a lot from a lot of people we talk to, because we talk to business owners all the
Right.
time, every day. And they ask if it's a benefit to join the chamber. And we say it's total benefit as long as you use it. And then we see a lot of these business owners join the chamber and they treat it like a gym membership.
Right.
Hey, I joined the gym, I'm gonna get buff, and we're good to go. And then 1 month later, they're like, yeah, I haven't been in a couple weeks. And then next 6 months pass, they're like, I've been once. They're like, the gym's just not working for me.
Have you been watching my check-ins at my gym or something?
I have. You've been slacking, sir.
I have, yes.
Aiden, you got to help them. Yeah, because this is a big thing we see is people just assume that, hey, I've paid a membership.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to work for me.
Right. Here come the customers.
Here come the customers.
Exactly, right.
Apparently,
yeah.
that's not the case.
No. Yeah, you touched on one of my favorite analogies I use when we have our Chamber 101
Yeah.
new member orientations is the gym. That, you get excited, you join the gym, you tell everybody, but if you don't use it, you don't see the results. And that's the same thing with the chamber membership. We do a great ribbon cutting for your, for new members. You've been to those this week. And we do it live on Facebook. So, we're doing that. And then we do a follow-up post the next day with some photos and additional information about your business. So that right there, I mean, we have over 15,000 followers on Facebook. So you're reaching the community just by doing that. To me, that's like,
It's
you know,
huge.
Yeah, I mean,
That's-
just to start off.
Yeah.
And
That's like a giant press release.
Exactly,
is.
yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Talk about bringing your business to Pensacola with a bang. Right there it is.
yeah,
Right.
but I can't just sign up and expect it to happen. I actually have to sign up for it.
Yeah,
What? Do some work.
Oh, I have to
yeah.
do it.
You have to do it.
Typical
You have to
Air
reach out
Force.
Yeah.
and let us know when you want to do it, and then we'll be there. But we reach out as well, but it's a two-way street.
Yeah, it's almost like the endowment effect and the IKEA effect. I know he's going to roll his eyes at me.
He nerds out all the
I do,
time.
because
Todd,
this stuff-
it's just going to go on and on.
It's exciting
Sorry, guys.
because,
Sorry.
like, the endowment effect, really what that means is when you buy into something, you buy a membership, you put money down or sweat equity into something, not even sweat equity, just I bought something, bought a membership, you feel like you have a sense of ownership. But it's a false sense of ownership because I paid for my gym membership, I paid for my chamber membership, and just expect results without doing anything. The IKEA effect, this goes to the IKEA furniture, right? You go and you buy the furniture and you have to put it together. You feel a sense of ownership because you put in the sweat equity. You took the time to actually make it happen. So that difference right there is a huge part of it. Just like the ribbon cuttings. Hey, I signed up for the chamber. I'm expecting this massive press release any day now. Waiting for people to come knocking on my door, and they didn't do anything. Whereas the people who signed up for the ribbon cuttings, they promoted their own ribbon cuttings. They were excited to do that. They put in the sweat equity. Now that press release is working for them.
Right.
They put in that ownership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a really important factor that people just don't really understand very well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like buying stock. When you buy stock, you don't do anything. You just sit there.
Yeah.
That's exactly
It's-
right.
Yeah, it's not. You gotta sweat equity. And as a business owner, if you're already not used to sweat equity, you're already in trouble.
Yeah.
So this should be easy.
Right.
Yeah. Which it kind of leads to like my next question I have for you, because small business owners, they are strapped for time.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I do a lot of time management. I'm not going to get started. Don't worry. I will.
If he does, I'm gonna tackle him.
Yeah.
You don't want him getting started on time management.
He's going to jump over the table at me. So we're not going to jump into the time management aspect, but a lot of small business owners, they are strapped for time,
Right,
man.
yeah.
Like, I mean, every day they're working from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the minimum, just on something. They may not be moving the needle forward, they may not be doing anything, but they are busy doing something. For them to take time out of their busy day, however quote unquote busy that actually is, what is the minimum like return on investment they have to do, like put into the chamber to actually get something out of it? Like, can they just do one ribbon cutting and be good?
No, it's a great start.
Yeah.
But that's we have that sometimes. People just do the ribbon cutting and then we don't see them again. And we reach out and we're telling them about our events and opportunities. But you do have to engage. You do have to show up. And like I said earlier, we try to come up with events different times of the day. So we have our Good Morning Pensacola breakfast the first Friday of every month at Scenic Hills Country Club.
Yeah.
That's an awesome event.
It is.
About
It's like
120 folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an amazing
like
event.
every month. It's awesome.
Right. Our business after hours are free to members. So if you're grinding for the day and you want to come network after work, then that's a great way to do it. And then I mentioned the Chamber Connects. That's 4 times a month that we're here at the Chamber for free for Chamber members to come and get that opportunity again to network. So we're always looking for ways to provide different opportunities for those small businesses in particular who their schedules are tight, and we want to make sure that those opportunities are there for them. But I would say beyond the ribbon cutting, I would say at least once a month would kind of be your minimum for showing up for something. Just so people get to know your face and recognize you. We have our ambassadors. Neil's one of our ambassadors that are at all our events. They're always welcoming and looking for folks to get engage and introduce around the room. So those opportunities are there. We just, we want to make sure when you join, you understand you do have to put some effort into it to get the benefit.
Yeah, it's almost like you were saying, consistently doing something like once a month at a minimum.
Right.
Do something with the chamber. So consistently building your face into other people's minds, building those relationships with other people is how you're going to get that benefit
Right. Yes.
out of it.
And what's really cool about those events is that what I heard was, you were asking about busy entrepreneurs.
Yep.
And 2 of those events that you mentioned are before hours and after hours.
Right.
So even if you are pouring tons of hours into your day, you still got to eat breakfast.
Right.
And everybody, because we preach this all the time, life, health, and business. And you need to stop and slow down a little bit. What a great way to do it is an after hours, because then you're still pouring into your business, but you're relaxing
Right.
and talking to like-minded people.
Yeah.
So I think that's gold right there, being able to have before and after the normal times. So I love that. And then breakfast is amazing.
It is.
I've been to that several times, and it's awesome.
And also lunch. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feed people.
Right. And it's free.
You feed people for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah,
why
there's-
would you not take the time to do that?
Right.
But I mean, working with small business owners who are constantly saying, I just don't have the time for this. I have to buckle down and get all this stuff done. I'd love to go to this networking event, but it's not as important as this fire that I just created because I didn't know what I was doing. We have to like shift their mentality
Right.
almost, because they get like this cognitive tunneling of like, man, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. And they become a decision maker of one, and they have no idea how to even step outside of their own problems.
Right.
And like chambers, events, chamber members can help them get outside of that, just take a load off kind of thing. And
Yeah. Sit down and have lunch, air conditioning,
Yeah.
like-minded people around you, building relationships, getting training as well.
I
Air
love
Force
training.
guy, but
Yeah.
But
it's so fun.
to have that, I mean, to me, that's getting the money out of your gym membership.
Yeah.
Right.
It truly is.
It is, because I mean, we can all say, hey, I'm so busy, I just don't have time for anything. And we can create things to fill that time. Or we can have things that just extend to fill that time. That's the whole Parkinson's law thing, right? Like the amount of time we dedicate for something, we will take that much time to fill it. So if we say, hey, I'm going to read this report, and it's going to take me an hour, it will take you an hour to read that report.
Yeah.
As you said, if it's going to take me 30 minutes, it would take you 30 minutes. So it's that whole Parkinson's law aspect of things where business owners get so busy that they fill their time with other things, and they could be going out to these events and actually making an impact
Right.
or learning at their other events like the State of
Right.
Yeah.
series.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can get more information.
Right. We also have our Innovation Entrepreneurial Committee
Yep.
that meets monthly, the last Tuesday of every month.
It's a good one.
9:30 here at the chamber. But there's also, we've started with some other organizations in the community, what's called Startup Source Pensacola. And that's another organization. We do a monthly social. We move it around, so you can get on our email distribution list to find out where it's going to be each month. But we have folks from IHMC that are a part of that. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about great connections.
It's huge.
UWF. Lloyd Richard is our chair for the Innovation Entrepreneur Committee, so the KUA Institute. So a lot of folks who are in that entrepreneurial ecosystem, and what we're trying to develop is that support system for those small business owners, whether you're a startup still working on your idea for your business, or if you've moved into the implementation phase, that support that's there for you, people you can bounce ideas off of, learn from, and help you, along your journey.
Yeah, because they even have, like, I know the entrepreneurship, Startup Source actually has an expo like
Right.
twice a year that allows vendors, like small business owners, to come in that can help other small businesses to set up a booth for like 4 hours, and it's free to do this. And you have all these small businesses or people thinking about starting a business walking through this expo. getting these connections, building their relationships, and it's another great resource
Right.
that you have to take advantage of.
Yeah, like Florida Small Business Development Center, or
Yeah.
UWF, free, so many free resources there, and they'll be at that expo. And we partner with them. They do a lot of classes here at the chamber. So those are the sorts of connections we like to make. We use that term a lot, connections, because that's really one of the roles I see as the chamber. We should be bringing people together. We should be connecting folks, because that's how they're going to make those relationships and grow their businesses.
Which is huge. That's basically, when you join the chamber, you're hiring somebody to help you make connections. And in the business world, connections and relationships, they're everything.
Yeah.
It kind of brings me this, we've been talking around the next question that I had, because we talk a lot about this on the Tab Lab and in Tab itself, because this is inherently what Tab is about. But being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, y'all, it's lonely. It is lonely at the top.
True that.
There's nobody to talk to. You're holding yourself accountable. You can't tell your employees everything because they'll be walking out the door the next day. If you tell your spouse everything, she'll probably start to worry, or he'll probably start to worry, right? Like things are going to happen, and you don't have anybody to talk to. You have nobody to turn to. There's no mentorship. There's no accountability. So, like in the Tab world, we don't so much portray Tab on the Tab Lab very much or promote it or anything, but just talking about it with the chamber, because I know the chamber is another great resource. It's a totally different resource than what Tab is, but it's a resource to help connect members to some sort of mentorship or some sort of isolation. So how can the chamber help these members who come and just feel like I need an adult to talk to?
Yeah. We've got such an amazing resource in our community with Bert Thornton. And if you haven't read his book, Find an Old Gorilla, it's tremendous. And that's what it's all about, is finding that mentor, that person who's gone through all of this and, has the war stories to share and the wisdom to pass along. So, we partner with Studer Community Institute on some things. They have their venture mentoring program, which is fantastic. We partner with Pensacola Young Professionals with their mentoring program. So again, it's finding those opportunities, and we've got a lot of really generous people in our community who give their time and are willing to help out. So that's another thing we like to do, is make those types of connections.
Yeah, because that's so valuable. We see it in Tab all the time, of our members meeting each other, and then all of a sudden their network is now the network of everybody else in that board.
Right.
And it's just invaluable. It's kind of what the chamber is. It's just this giant network of networks that, if done right, if the sweat equity is put into it, can be like an unlimited resource.
It's a compounding effect.
It is. Wow, that was smart.
Once in a while.
Is this recording? Was this?
Yeah.
We got something smart on there.
I know. And it wasn't smart Ellie. Yeah.
That's even better. Go on.
Yeah, look at that. But it is.
It is. It's a big thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Todd, I have one more question for you, because you have been president of the chamber for a long time. You've been in this arena for a long time. You have your own podcast, the Toddcast. So if you guys have not checked it out, check down below for the link. Get to the Toddcast. Definitely should check it out.
Love it.
It's awesome. But with this, you've seen a lot of members come and go, a lot of members stay. They all have different psychological traits.
Right.
What is the one trait where you see successful business owners taking advantage of the chamber versus the ones who just come in and use it as a gym membership?
Yeah.
That's a good question for you. That's a good question.
Air Force.
Oh, boy.
I would say it's really resilience. Knowing, been around the chamber world for a while now, and you see those folks, maybe they're just getting started out, or, they're having some struggles, but if they keep coming, they keep showing up, and they keep, trying to learn and grow, that's, to me, the one thing you really have to have.
Yeah.
You know, because it is lonely and it is tough, and this is your dream and your passion, and you want to see it succeed. And there are very challenging times, but keep working, keep grinding, and keep showing up. And I can't guarantee success, but we can help. Again, make those connections and get you talking to the right people.
It's like, I'm gonna nerd out. The
I'm sorry, Todd.
yeah,
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
nerding out. But you pretty much like just described self-efficacy theory, which is essentially.
Talk to me, Grease.
Here we go. So it's essentially your thought, your ability to control your future. The more self-efficacy you have, the more you understand that there are resources that are there that you can help shape and create your outcome. They don't shape it for you.
Right.
It is a tool, it is a resource that you have to use, that you are comfortable enough in your abilities to take in and say, hey, I'm going to join the chamber because this opens up so many doors for me, and I'm going to this event, and this event consistently every single month. I know I can build business out of that. I know I can build relationships. I know I can help the community in this way. It's not saying the chamber is going to do it for me. It's saying this is my tool to get me there, my vehicle to get me to my destination. So.
Yeah, and I'll just share. I mean, we've had 2 ribbon cuttings this week, and at both of them, someone's pulled me aside and said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, I got this deal last week because we were at Good Morning Pensacola a few months
That's
ago.
awesome.
We started, talking, and it happened, and that's twice just this week where folks have given me those types of examples. So, it is so rewarding because that's what you want to see. You want to see people get the benefit. You want to see people be successful, and it's just awesome to see. But but you gotta, you gotta show up and you gotta be a part of it.
Mm-hmm. It's the biggest thing.
Yeah, it is. And when you come to these events, it's not just coming to these events and meeting people, but they are getting to know you each week, or each day, or each event that you come to. They get to know you better. And when they get to know you better, they start learning who your customer really is. I can say that, I do tab. And you're going to go, oh, that's great. Who's my customer? They don't know that just from that. But each time they meet me and they learn more and more about me, my business is going to grow like that. And they have advice for you. There's more to it than just meeting for a few minutes, shaking hands. If you're doing it that way, and I know Neil has done this at the chamber, the networking thing, and the right ways and the wrong ways, if you're just coming up and you're shaking hands every time, looking for something to give you, you're not going to get it. And I think that's where the chamber comes a big advantage for small business owners, because when you're going, you can't help it but pour into other people.
Yeah.
You're going to.
Got to.
You're hanging out with somebody, having lunch every week with them at the training that Neil does. You're going to eventually get to know people, and when they have a problem, you're going to go, oh man, let me help you out.
Yeah.
Or you're going to learn about their business and go, hey, you know what? My neighbor's looking to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you just establish relationship and the cash ROI that many people think that the chamber should automatically just start throwing cash ROI at everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you got a money gun when they
Yeah,
walk in,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So everyone, Todd has a money gun. When
Yeah.
he walks in, he just
It's just empty though.
Well, it's like the reciprocity principle, right? Like you give without expecting anything in return. People feel obligated to give back. The chamber itself is like reciprocity. All they do is give. So the people who take that are willing to give back. And it just blossoms the community, which is huge.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
It is. And that's what you and I are about.
Yeah.
That's making Pensacola better.
Making Pensacola better.
And this is a perfect example of how that happens.
Yeah. So we are coming close to time. Any old man wisdom for us?
Actually, yeah. I think that if you were coming to the chamber strictly for financial ROI, you're right off the bat coming for the wrong reasons. Because there is an emotional and a relational ROI that you're going to get from this. When you come to the chamber, you are establishing relationships with other business owners, other people, and you're going to learn from them and they're going to learn from you, and everybody's going to be better because of it.
Yeah.
And that's really, when we talk about our 5-year and 80%, that's the way to beat it, the relationships.
Yeah.
Because if I know you and we're eating breakfast every month,
Breakfast tacos?
first Friday of the month, if we're having that breakfast every month, I know if I'm talking to you and you say, hey, it's not going well, I'm going to do everything in my power to help you. And we're going to try to find ways to make that work for you. So I think that there's more than a financial ROI. And if that's what your measuring stick is, if I should join the chamber, then you're doing it wrong.
That's,
Just my old man 2 cents.
I like that.
Me too.
That's actually worth more than 2 cents, I'd say.
10, maybe? A grease
Don't
pump?
give, yeah, there you go. That's what it is. That's pretty good old man wisdom there,
Thank you,
sir.
Brad.
Yeah. Well, Todd, do you have anything you want to leave us with?
Well, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, of course.
I always love talking chamber, and to do it with two such great supporters of the chamber and the work we do here, it's a pleasure, and I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming
Yeah,
on. I
thanks
know
for
you're
coming
very
on.
busy, so we
Yep.
appreciate
Yeah.
80 events a year. I know you're a little busy.
Yeah.
Just a
Thank you.
smidgen. Just a smidgen. Yes. But for those listeners out there who were on the fence about the chamber or who were upset with a chamber that they're a part of just because, man, it hasn't done anything for me, this is to help you understand you've got to put into the chamber and you will get way more than you ever expected.
Yeah.
Just be part of it, participate, help your community, and it will help you.
Absolutely.
So that's all I got.
That's pretty smart, even for you.
I know,
There you go.
right? Yeah, see, not just a hat rack, sir. So thank you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.
Yeah. Hustling and grinding, don't know where to go. Emerald Coast board, got the knowledge flow. Whispers in the wind, strategies unfold. Business blueprint like a pirate's code.